All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're taking a look at some upcoming classes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these classes all have to do with imports. And, when you hear the word classes, you might immediately think,
Uh-oh.
boring. Right, who wants to sit in a classroom? But
Especially about something like imports.
especially about imports.
Sounds dry.
It does sound dry.
Yeah.
But we were just talking before we started recording about
Yeah.
how this is actually way more
It is.
interesting than it sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
It's really a fascinating world that most people just don't think about.
yeah.
It's like an iceberg, you know?
Yeah.
You only see the tip of it when you buy that new phone or you buy that, cool new shirt or whatever it is. But
Mhm.
underneath the surface, it's all this complex system of regulations.
Exactly. And it affects everything around us.
Absolutely.
So whether you are someone who works in international trade or you just want to know how
Right.
the stuff that you buy actually gets to your door.
Yeah. How does it actually get here?
Yeah. Then this is going to be a pretty fascinating look behind the curtain.
It is.
Okay. So let's jump into these class titles.
Okay.
First one on the list. Import, Compliance Annual Update, and Current Event Awareness.
Compliance.
I know, right?
Oh,
Compliance. That just sounds...
Big Brother's watching.
It makes me think that somebody's going to come audit my sock drawer or something.
I know. But
Right.
in the world of imports, compliance is actually super crucial
Yeah.
because regulations are constantly changing. Things are getting updated all the time. Trade agreements get updated. And then
Yeah.
you have these global events
Oh, yeah.
that can happen.
Like a pandemic?
Like a pandemic, exactly, that can really throw a wrench in the whole system.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look, I think it was just last year, right?
yeah, just recently,
There
there's
were-
a company.
There was a company, I think they got hit with a massive fine because
Yeah.
they missed a tiny little update to some labeling requirements.
And that was it. One small oversight, boom, major financial hit.
Yikes. So this class is clearly about
Yes.
staying ahead of the curve,
Yes, absolutely.
making sure that you are up to date on all of the
You don't want to be this big
latest
brother.
rules and regs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next one. Import supervision and control management.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds like a spy thriller or something.
It does sound a little bit
It-
like a spy thriller.
I'm imagining like Tom Cruise,
Right.
rappelling from the ceiling.
But it's more like a really well choreographed dance than a spy thriller.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, because when you're importing something, you're coordinating a ton of different moving pieces. You've got suppliers and shippers
Yeah.
and customs officials and the actual goods themselves,
Yeah.
and they all have to be moving in sync.
Wow.
So this class is about making sure that dance goes smoothly.
So it's less about
Yeah.
control
Yeah.
and more about
Less about control, more about coordination.
coordination,
Yeah.
keeping everything flowing.
It-
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. All right, next up we have import record retention requirements.
Ooh, paperwork.
Ah, I know, right? Can't we just go digital with all of this stuff?
I hear you, I wish, but imagine this. A shipment arrives, and it's full of faulty products.
Oh,
Customers are upset, they're complaining, fingers start pointing, and you have no records.
oh no.
You have no way to trace back the issue, prove that you were in compliance, protect yourself from liability.
Yeah.
So good record keeping.
If covering
It's really your safety net.
Yeah.
So this class is probably going to go into, what needs to be kept,
Right.
for how long, and the best ways to organize it all.
So you've got all your ducks in a row,
Exactly.
just in case anything goes wrong. All right, next one on the list, Incoterms,
Incoterms.
explanation and training.
Incoterms.
Then I gotta be honest with you, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie,
It does.
like some kind of
isn't it?
futuristic technology or something.
Some kind of robot overlords or something.
What is this?
Well, it's not quite that futuristic. It's really more about
Okay.
clarity and efficiency in global trade.
Oh, okay.
So think of Incoterms as
Oh, okay.
a universal language that everybody involved in international trade understands.
Okay.
They lay out exactly who is responsible for the costs and the risks and all the logistics at every stage of the process.
So, like, if I'm a business and I'm
Right.
importing something, I know exactly who's responsible for what.
Yeah, you don't want to end up in a situation where one person thinks they're paying for shipping and the other person thinks that it's included in the price.
Right. That's a disaster.
It's a recipe for disputes and delays.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like a
Okay.
global rule book.
Exactly. It's a global rule book. for international trade.
All right, makes sense. Okay, last one on the list, but definitely not least, CTPAT, Annual Awareness Training.
CTPAT, I mean,
CTPAT, that just sounds like serious
it's like the
government business,
That's government business.
like men in black suits.
Right.
So what is that?
Well, CTPAT stands for Customs Trade Partnership Against Terrorism.
Okay, so this is post 9/11.
It is. It's a voluntary program, but it's become really, really important,
Okay.
especially after 9/11. And basically, businesses that participate in this program, they get a leg up. In terms of security measures, they can move their cargo faster.
Oh, wow.
They have to demonstrate a real commitment to supply chain security.
Yeah, it sounds like a really big deal.
It is a big deal.
So it's not just about speeding things up. It's about keeping everyone safe.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how all of these classes, at first glance, they seem kind of dry.
Yeah. A little bit boring.
But when you start to look at the details
Yeah.
and you see
You peel back the layers.
how it's all connected,
Yeah.
to the businesses,
Yeah.
to us as consumers, even to national security,
Absolutely.
it really is fascinating.
It is. It's a really complex system. And,
Yeah.
it makes you think about your own role in it. As consumers, we tend to focus on,
Yeah.
the final product, the price, how convenient it is to get it.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
when you start to understand even a little bit about these mechanisms behind the scenes, you can make more informed choices.
Absolutely.
You can think about, am I comfortable with how this product was sourced? Am I supporting companies that are trying to do things ethically and securely?
Yeah. Are you supporting the right companies?
Yeah.
Are you voting with your dollars?
Exactly.
That's something to think about. I think that's a great place to end it.
Yeah, I think so.
So for everybody listening, think about those things. Next time you go shopping, we'll be back next week
Sounds good.
for another deep dive. See you then.